guys hear me now? Check 1, 2. Okay. So we got some sound. All right, so y'all missed the whole beginning of everything.
Rewind.
This is live, y'all. This is what happened live. So real quick, we just want to thank everybody for being here. We apologize for the inconvenience. Like I said, this is still new. I just bought this camera last night, bought this mic a couple weeks ago. So everything is we're learning as we go how to make this thing work. So like I said before, Junior Thomas is in the building. We're thankful for you being here, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I've known you for a very, very long time. I've seen you do so many things in our community to make a difference, whether it's doing music, doing domino events, taking people on cruises. I've seen it all, man.
Right.
I've seen it all. I've been a part of it all. Shoot, I think I remember, it was probably at least 12, 13 years ago you was doing an event. And I remember I came to your event and I asked you, I was like, yo, you was playing these. And I was like, can you play my song? Because I was doing my little albums and stuff. And I was like, yo, can you just play my song for the people? And he was like, yeah, I got you. I mean, mind you, he did play the song. It was about an hour later, but he played the song.
And I remember that.
But he played the song, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's respect, you know what I'm saying? We're both, hilltop guys and just trying to make a difference, in everything we do. So right off the top, we're just gonna get into it, man. Let's talk about your upbringing, man. Let's talk about where did it all start for you? Let's talk about that.
Okay, well, born and raised, Tacoma. For everybody who don't know, I'm the baby of 11. My father, Willie Thomas Jr. My mother, Bertha Thomas. My dad had me at 55, and my mom was 45 when they gave birth to me.
Wow.
I think they say the best for last.
Yeah.
Born on 21st and Sheridan, man. We still have that home to this day, thank God. My mom had over 100 grandkids, great grandkids. Went to Stanley Elementary. That's where I started.
Shout out to all the Stanley
Cougars. And then, Hunt, Scotty's, and then Rams for life. I'm
a stay in time.
Okay. Okay. No shade, but Rams for life.
Yeah.
So my mom was really, really strict. So growing up on a hilltop, I was a different breed. I was called the square.
Right.
Got nothing but love and respect with everybody, and everybody got love and respect from me. But I was the square. Didn't go to the left because my mom gave whippings pretty good.
Yeah.
She's from Missouri, so she didn't play. My dad's from Shreveport. He didn't play. So, but yeah, life was great. Still got my lifelong friends. Everybody knows Jesse.
Yep. Shout out to
Jesse Mad Dog Williams.
Yep.
Him and Gray Hughes, aka Pooh.
Yep.
Those are my best male-female friends growing up. Stephen Turner.
Yep.
Felicia Dillingham.
All of them.
Those was my day ones. Lorenzo Burt, all of them. So,
for sure.
Life was pretty good. I was kind of middle class, spoiled brat. Being a baby of 11, I could do anything I wanted to do. Kind of bratish. That's what messed up my eating habits. My mom didn't make me eat too many of the things my dad didn't tell me not to eat. But actually, the funny thing about it is I started being somebody. My brother Laval, stickman. My dad died when I was 10.
Okay.
So my brother stickman became my legal guardian, and with my mom helped me raise me. So he made me become a dancer.
Are you talking about stickman that used to work at Jason Lee?
Yes.
He did music?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. That's stickman. Laval.
Yes. I remember stickman.
Yeah, that's my mom's oldest son.
That's crazy.
And I'm the youngest. Yes.
That's crazy.
And so he was a DJ back in the day, one of the best. I took after him and Jesse, my favorite DJs. And so he made me become a dancer. So he used to have me go to his grown-up shows, and I had me hide behind the speakers because I wasn't 21, 6 or 7 years old.
Right.
I was learning how to dance, and I was blessed enough to become one of the, I think, premier dancers in Tacoma, Washington, if I might say so.
Yeah. I think that's where it all started, right? 16
years old.
Yeah. Because what did you do after that? What did you get into after you?
Nasty Mix Records, High Performance.
Yeah.
Did 3 major videos of High Performance, toured with, High Performance, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Criminal Nation, and then we branched off and did our own tours across the United States with other big artists, We did a show, even in in Oakland with Tupac and Digital Underground before Tupac was with Digital Underground, and
Facts,
you
right
know,
here, you got
Father
that.
MC, you know, Chubb Rock, all of
They
them.
don't even know about that, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
Nobody don't really know about those
You know,
those acts these days, man.
Absolutely not, bro. And
Truth telling back then, you know?
it was crazy too because I was so quiet, you know, the quiet boy. So I didn't even get a lot of hookups. You know, a lot of the women liked me because I was dancing, but I wasn't cool enough to be their man until I signed that little deal with Sir Mix-a-Lot. I mean, Nasty Mix Records, and all of a sudden they like me.
Right.
You know how that go, you know. So, but you know, it was cool. My mom and my older 6 sisters, they taught me well. They taught me, you know, how to treat a woman and how to, you know, do things right and how what a woman like. You know, I had a great upbringing, man. So, you know, I was thankful. But that was my journey in dancing. And then once I got out of high performance, which I was 22, I got out of that and I realized I had a son at the time, and reality had to hit. You know, you need benefits and all of that type of stuff. So, had my job at Super Value. I started there in 1993. But the funny thing about it, ICON Entertainment came by default.
Oh, really?
People don't know this.
Okay.
If you don't mind me sharing.
No, you just giving all my questions. You're going down the line, hitting all the questions.
You know, my ex-wife, her name was Denise Cafe. You know, Thomas. You know, when she was married to me. I blew my knee out playing basketball with my nephews. Okay. So I was a major knee surgery, and I was on L&I. Okay. We just bought a new house and 2 new cars. Yeah. And L&I don't pay you nothing, as you know. No. So I went from making almost $1,000 a week to $300 a week. So next thing you know, they repossessed my wife's car. 2 weeks later, they repossessed my car. My wife said, "What we gonna do?" Ex-wife said, "What we're gonna do?" And they put a foreclosure letter on my house because you know I wasn't making the checks. My wife said, "You got to do something. You're popular. Everybody know you from Nasty Mix Records and High Performance. Right. You got to do something." So I threw a couple of house parties just to see how packed my house, 200 plus people. Wow. Everybody there. Charged $5 a head, made $1,000. Start paying off my bills. Yeah. My wife said, "Let's do it again and see how it worked." Yeah. You know, at the time, excuse me, no disrespect to my queen. Yes. You know, but my ex-wife at the time, she said, "Let's do it again." Yeah. You know, and we did another one, packed my house again, and we said, "Okay, it's too big." My first party ever was at Clover Park. I rented it out for $200. Helped 500 people. Sold it out. Yeah. But I only became a promoter because my ex-wife at the time, Denise, told me, she came up with the name ICON. Yeah. She said, "You're ICON in Tacoma. Let that be your name." I got, you know, my business license and I did an event and it did me really, really well. Yeah. You know, Terrence Martin. If you know, you did a lot of events though. 21 years. A lot of events. 21 years. I mean, and major events and still being in the music industry, you know, not only we did 13 black parties. We did 8 white parties. We've done 3 major concerts, Tara and I. Yeah. We've run 6 nightclubs in Tacoma, Washington. And now that I'm 51, I don't do nightclubs and stuff like that. So me and Tara, we got into the traveling business. Yeah. We do annual events now because, you know, we got careers. Yeah. You know, and thankful for our careers. And I'm too old to be in a club scene. Yes. Personally. Yeah. I'll leave that to my younger fellas. Do your thing. Shout outs. But you know, so that's kind of how I got to ICON Entertainment by default. My ex-wife pushed me to do it to pay these bills, and I was blessed. That's awesome. That's crazy how things happen. For real, because I was never going to be a promoter, but not me. You never even thought about it? Not even thought about it. I was from being a dancer to having to do my 9 to 5 so I can collect a real check, benefits, and 401k. I got a son now. I got to step up. My dad took care of my family. Yeah. It's my turn to get that 9 to 5 and that retirement. So when did you start actually like really pushing on to the DJ? The DJ thing, like I said, my brother Stickman. Yeah. You know, and Jesse was the DJ for High Performance. Right. Baddest DJs. You know, my brother was bad. He had the older crowd kicking. Jesse was the baddest DJ. He had our shows rocking left and right. I looked at him. I watched him, you know. And me and Jesse, we were so tight. I watched him DJ. Yeah. And watched him break dance because, you know, they're the baddest break dancers in the world to me. Right. And he watched me hip hop dance. So he was like telling Maurice and them guys, because they were breakers before they became rappers. Mm-hmm. Listen, let's have a dance contest. They had a dance contest at the La Quinta. At the La Quinta,
Okay.
it used to be the Holiday Inn back in the day. 300 dancers.
Wow.
And they had the 2 top dancers sign a contract with Acid Mix and High Performance. And out of 300 dancers, I took first place.
Wow.
Yes, me and this girl named Veronica Bennett, Tammy Cash, and Freddie Moreau took second place.
Wow.
And so what I did, because Maurice and the guys wanted 2 male dancers, I got my second place dancer, which was Freddie Moreau. He was one of my first dancers in High Performance ever. Yeah, so, and then I said, again, I wanted to do my 9 to 5 and be like my dad.
Yeah.
I was done with the entertainment business after I was done dancing. But, I started ICON Entertainment year 2000, 21 years strong, still at it.
Yeah, that's great. And every time you do an event, you don't always DJ. You sometimes have other people come out and DJ, right?
Actually, I never DJ. I've DJed like probably 5 events over 21 years. I've done at least 6.
I've only seen you do a couple of them. I've been to a lot of your events.
Because that's not my job.
Right.
I'm a promoter. I get the people in the building. Tara is the brains behind it.
Yeah.
She's a secretary. She gets the building. She takes the money. She does everything. I got the best partner in the world. Me and Tara, not only business partners, we're like brothers and sisters. My mom's adopted daughter. She's been rocking with me since I was 15 and was in high school. Yeah. So
shout out to Tara.
Yeah. Shout out to my girl Tara. We're inseparable, bro.
Yeah. She cool people.
She cool people. And so me and Terrence she used to work for me and Terrence, for free. She's like, Junior, I want to see you get big. Don't give me no money. Tara worked for me and Terrence Martin because I brought Terrence on first. Me and Terrence had an eight year, connection. It was real cool.
Yeah.
We rocked it, Then we just went our separate ways. We had 2 different ideas. Shout out to Terrence Martin. He was hungry with it. Great promoter. We cool to this day. We just have, differences, So I wanted to take it a different way. He wanted to take it a different way. So I took my company, I said, Tara, will you rock with me? And she been rocking with me and Terrence since the beginning, and rocked with me since me and Terrence were on. So, had Reggie Reg. Shout out to Reggie Reg.
Yeah.
He was our premier DJ. Marcus Rogers, my premier DJ. So we was, it was a pretty long team. Pretty good team. Bro.
So let me ask you a little bit about the shows that you've done. What is like one of the most memorable shows that you did?
Okay, let me start with the promoter.
Yeah.
Okay, my best memorable show I got to say was my first concert.
Okay.
2007. We brought Chico DeBarge, the rapper Candyman, Silk.
Yeah.
We brought them to the Temple Theater. Rob Porter hosted it, killed the game.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Rob Porter.
Yes, Rob Porter, much love.
Yes.
They showed us love and they was rocking with it. Even Nate Jackson. Even before Nate Jackson blew
before
up.
he blew up.
Yeah, he came and he rocked with ICON. I got mad respect for Nate Jackson.
Yes.
Much love.
Yes.
So that was an amazing concert, and that was like our real big thing.
Those are hitters too.
Those are hitters, bro.
Back then, those were hitters.
Yeah, those
Silk, Chico, DeBarge.
Yes. H-Town. H-Town was there with
too.
Yes, and the Candyman. We had all 4 of them. And it was real nice. And this was before all the ladies' nights.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Steve-O. Shout out to my guy.
Yes.
But we did the first concert here before any ladies' night.
I think they picked up all the
Well, Steve-O was a good friend of mine.
Oh,
so he said, Junior, can I get a couple numbers? Can I get Silk's number? Can I get this? I'm about to do this on a different level.
Wow.
Bro, I want everybody to blow up. I want everybody to
That's
grow up.
really what it's about.
I'm not about greed. I'm not about selfishness. All the promoters and everybody who came here, if I could do anything to show them love and give them support, I got them. Because, I'm just this little nappy head Tacoma boy off the 21st and Sheridan.
Yeah.
I was built from nothing and I became a little bit of something.
Yes.
And, I thank God, and I thank my parents for helping me to stay out of the wrong direction and with the right folks.
Circles of
Absolutely.
People,
Man.
At the time during the 80s and the 90s, it wasn't hard to find the wrong crowd. There was a lot more wrong crowds than there were right crowds.
Absolutely. And one good thing I love and I'm so thankful for, I was grandfathered in on the hilltop. Okay.
Yeah.
So my mother made me not choose red or blue, choose black. This is your heritage. This is your family. You're not picking no colors. You join the gang, I'm gonna kill you first. you know, and it was kind of odd to me because growing up on the hill, everybody who became different sex, we was already having apple fights, going to Rialto, watching movies together, going to the Al Davis Boys Clubs, you know, like me and Tioga, me and him was in second grade with Mickey Mouse glasses, making arm muscles at the chalkboard Stanley.
Wow.
Me and Malone, me and Diamond, you know, me and Dwayne Hill used to have prep contests, you know, and have apple fights, you know, Rue and Pooh, and all, you know, they was all my people, you know. So I mean, you know, like I said, sometimes we get led in wrong directions, but you're all my folks.
Yeah.
And I love you all. And my mother said, you ain't choosing nothing. Those are all your friends. And that's why my mother was one of the best cooks in Tacoma. And she used to feed every color, red, blue, anybody.
Right.
And they all loved and respected my mom. Everybody, all of them even said, you know, Jerry Jackson, one of my guys. They like, this is Granny House. We're gonna respect it. We're gonna love it. We ain't gonna show no craziness in front of Granny House. This is Granny House. You know, so my mom was more popular than me. Thank God I had the mother that I had, you know. So, you know, she brought this little boy into, you know, that scene. Everybody know who I am because of my mom. Yes.
So I don't necessarily want to shy away from that. Let's talk about moms. Okay. Tell us a little bit about when did you decide that you were going to start bringing it to all the events?
Okay. Well, my mom's always been a big supporter.
Yeah, for sure.
She's been a big supporter of mine. So and very strict. I promise you, if I didn't have a strict mother, I would have went so far to the left because it was easy to.
Yeah.
I knew everybody. I could, you know, but my mom being from the old school where parents can whip children and discipline children and everybody on their block can whip your children. My mom gave everybody the green light to discipline me if they saw me. She saw me going to the left. So my mother and dad, true story. My mother was married previously. She had 8 kids from her first marriage. My dad liked my mother before her first marriage. My mother thought my dad was too corny.
Oh yeah.
To be her man.
That's great.
My mom wanted the slick dude with the zoot suit.
Yeah.
Major Witten Sr., her first husband. He's laid to rest. She chose him over my dad. She chose him. My dad was feelings hurt, but moved on. You know, he came from Shreveport, Louisiana, became an MP in the military. You know, my mom met him again. Her husband didn't work out, didn't do my mom all the way right. Just gonna keep it all the way real. Yeah. I wasn't born, but my brothers and sisters told me.
Yeah.
And my dad still said, I want that chance with you. 8 kids later, after her first husband left her high and dry with 8 kids in a 2-bedroom, my dad said, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love your kids. And I'm gonna take care of your kids like they're mine, and we're gonna be a family. So my dad came again after getting turned down. Wow. Years later, 8 kids later, and married my mother. I mean, you don't hear about stuff like that. And all my dad ever wanted was a son. So he never had a son.
Yeah.
From his previous marriage, he had 2 daughters.
Okay.
So with my mom, he had 2 daughters, my sister Tony and my sister Willie. And he told my mom they were stopping at 10 because I was 10 kids from my mom. He don't want no more. You know, he was like, we tried. I guess God don't want me to have a son.
Yeah.
They kept being nasty. At 45 and 55, my mom ended up pregnant.
Yeah.
My mom told my dad, you ain't gonna believe this. We got a son.
Wow.
Blew my dad's mind. Crying, happy, giving everybody cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like, I got somebody to carry my name.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. So I was just like my dad's blessing.
Yeah.
And to be able to carry his name and his legacy. You know, I can't compete with my father. By far.
Right.
But I try. You know, but even only having for 10 years of my life, I think I'm an okay guy.
Yes.
And I want to give shout out to my brother Stickman because he helped me to become the man that I am too. Yeah. And so they had me, and my dad was the happiest man in the world. And as much as you guys see how much I love my mom, I love my dad. Wow. My dad was my everything. Willie Thomas Sr., Willie Thomas Jr. I did not go nowhere where my dad didn't go.
That's interesting.
Yes, because everybody know how crazy I love my mom.
Yeah.
But it was so crazy. My dad died when I was 10. I'm 51 now. I still kind of messed up from my dad. That's how much of an impact he had for 10 years of my life. Now just imagine the 51-year impact my mom has put in my life. So it got me in a way.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good.
I try that now. Smile through the pain.
Yeah.
Stay active, busy through the pain. Without my mom, life is honestly, and I'm not even disrespecting my queen.
Yeah.
It's pointless. I did everything I could to impress my mom and not have her. She told me, your dad never wants you to be a failure. So I promised my mom I wasn't going to be a failure for my dad and for her. All my accomplishments was before my mom because she made me walk such a straight line. You know, not going to jail, don't got tattoos, never got on drugs, alcohol, gangs, stuff like that. I did all of my accomplishments was for my mom. So for her to be gone, bro, nothing worse can happen to me. That's how I feel. Not even lose my own life. And to be honest, I felt like committing suicide a couple of times since my mom been gone. But if I didn't have my wife, Kenya, Tara, Jesse, Felicia, Stephen, Marie Childers, Tony Allen, my brother, Kenneth, Stickman, Elva. If I didn't have them guys so close on me, I would have let go. I would have let go. And they said, you got so much to live for. But you know what? Honestly, my mom was in my life for 50 years. Who would have thought at having me at 45, she would have been there to see my 50th. We spent Vegas together on my 50th.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get shortchanged, gypped because she had me so bad. That woman was at my graduation, first marriage, auntie marriages, you know, all of my accomplishments when I filmed my video, when we did all of Nasty Mix Records, everything, my first child to my last marriage, she was in Florida. And my last marriage, believe that. I'm going to, there's not going to be none after this. This is my queen. This is who God said it's going to be right in your life. Kenya. I love her. And she loved my mother like no other. When you got somebody that loved your mother more than she loved me, that's somebody special. Because you love my mom, you win. And I'm not going to say the people that has been in my life hasn't loved my mom, because my mom's a lovable person. You know, that woman right there, I'm talking about taking baths, washing, changing clothes, crying together, church together, everything. She gave her life and sacrificed our honeymoon, our trips together, our weekend getaways to take care of my mother. She doesn't get appreciated enough. That's why I try to do everything for my wife, because I owe it to her. Never had nothing like this before, bro. Never. That's why you see every time you see me posting, I don't go a week without posting about my wife.
I know it's,
you know, my wife and mom. But again, bro, sometimes I feel like it's unfair to some of my friends who grew up without great parents, single parents. I feel unfair because I have the best dad and the best mom, and now God's blessed me with the best wife, and I got a great life, and I feel like I want everybody to have that. I just want everybody to have what they want, you know, and their needs, man, because I know some of my friends who grew up in Tacoma, and I wonder why they went that way. Well, they didn't have that dad. They didn't have that mom that will whip them if they even stayed out 5 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so I don't have no ill feeling about all of my friends who went to the left, but a lot of them didn't make it, but a lot of them came back to it, and we love each other to this day. Yeah. And it's so good to see the Hilltop so compassionate. You see the Reds and the Blues together.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing I can say about our parties, ICON, shout out to Tara again, 21 years, no shootings, no brawls, none of our events. My mother came to my events. If my mother in her 80s was safe enough to come to ICON events, come on now. We're talking about Tacoma.
Yes.
Talk about Tacoma, right?
How many places, how many bars that you hear about people getting shot? And anytime you do a party,
yes,
you don't have to worry about
21 years.
Yeah.
Excuse me, 21 years.
That's
And
fast.
nobody can say, oh, that happened at Junior's party,
Exactly.
and Tara's party. And that's why people still want to rock with us.
Yeah.
That's why people want to go travel with us and still, Junior, when's our next event? We need that type of vibe. We don't got that vibe. You know, we don't want to look over our shoulders when we go have a good time.
Right.
That's what we have. That's what we brought to the table.
Y'all put on the best parties.
Man,
and this ain't just, I'm not just trying to, that ain't how I get down.
Right.
Like I've been to your parties.
Right.
Like I go. Anytime you have something
Right.
going on, I'm there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate you.
Like I always
Appreciate
enjoy
your
myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man.
And you know what's so crazy? You know, like me and Tara, we've never been greedy.
Yeah.
We never wanted to get over on people. That's why we still got the same prices from our black party from 13 years ago to today.
Yeah.
We're not in it to get rich. We're in it for our city, where we from, where I'm from,
Yes.
to have a good time.
Good time.
And don't try to break your bank in with your people.
Yes.
And enjoy. That's why my parties don't go, no, Junior, you can sell it for this much. No, I don't want to. I don't want to spend a lot of money to have a good time. Why should I do that to my people? It's a profit. It is a profit.
Yeah.
And I've been okay. You know, and I got a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And God has blessed me to have clothes on my back, food on my table, and a great wife. All that extra stuff, those is your wants. God blesses you with your needs, and I got everything I need. You know, so I'm thankful, bro. I'm really thankful. But I'm gonna tell you this too. My peer, people say I'm one of the best promoters out there. Let me tell you who I looked up to. I gotta give him a shout. Tony Hurd.
Okay.
If you don't know him, Tony Hurd. That man, I was watching him do his parties. So I'm like, this man is a promoter.
Yeah.
And I watched him. Me and Terrence used to, be his little understudies. Y'all got to do it this way. Y'all got to do it that way. We learned a lot from Tony Hurd, man. I give him his props, and I just, and I give props to a lot of the promoters in Tacoma. They know I got nothing but love for them.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think I have a lot of support because I don't club no more. And a lot of promoters out here, they're more worried about the money than the safety. And they have a lot of things to clean up, like shootings at this event, shootings at that event, but I'd rather have 50 people in my party and make bare minimum, but I know everybody's having a good time and safe, than 500 that you hear about a shootout or a stabbing or a brawl, because that goes on your resume. And I thank God that me and Tara's resume is clean. So I'm good with that.
So let me ask you, because I know you do a lot of these events for the people. Do you do any? Have you done any events for like children's events, like teenage, like back to school events or anything like that?
I haven't done a lot of back to school events. I don't mind getting into it. If somebody called me and said, Junior, I need you for this, if I'm open, I will. I've DJ'd a lot of teenage events. I've DJ'd a lot of back to school events, and I actually DJ'd Victoria Wooders, the mayor.
I do.
I DJ'd one of her events when she got into politics before she was even the mayor.
Right.
So I'm really cool with her. Yeah. There's nothing I wouldn't do to help my community, at all. Like if anybody need me to do something that helps our community, I'm willing. And I think I'm a pretty good, my mom raised me to be a pretty good role model. Yeah. I can show people, hey, you can still be popular, have respect, without doing the wrong thing. I do not have no fear in Tacoma where I go.
Right.
And I didn't have to have a raw rep. I didn't have to be that guy. Yes. I just got nothing but love. So I would love to be a role model and say, hey, I was born and raised on 21st and Sheridan. My mom still got bullet holes on the side of her house that wasn't for us. Yeah. But with that being said, I can show you I did graduate from Wilson, had great grades. You know, I did, you know, go to college, Pierce College, and took criminal justice and business management. You know, I did dance for Nasty Mix Records. I did have a job that I've been at 20 plus years, and I'm still loved and respected. We don't got to go that route. Yeah. So I'm a living witness that you can do hilltop without being hilltop. And you know, again,
that
you
was
know,
good. I'm gonna have to use that sometime.
You know,
Put that on
and you know,
sure.
And I swear to you, I can go if they're having, I can go to anywhere. Everybody say, "Hey, Junior, hey, you know, shout outs to Granny. You know, my condolences to Granny.
Yeah.
Thank you. When's the next party? You know,
Yeah.
You know, I love all of my hilltop shows. You know, I really, really do, and it's real.
Yes, sir.
My folks is real, bro, and I got a real love. I ain't got counterfeit type cat.
I know. I understand that.
I'm not.
So this is what I want to do. I don't want to venture too far away from, because we were talking about moms and the love that and the gratitude and support that she was for you during her time. Let's talk about the next woman. Okay, your wife.
Absolutely. Funny story.
Tell a little bit about her.
Let me tell you. Funny story. I never knew this woman existed.
Okay.
She went to elementary and high school with my nieces and nephews, Dupree, Dashanika, and Maisha. I never knew Kenya existed in Tacoma. I met her 6 years ago. She bought tickets from me, met me in Frisco Freeze for Black Party tickets.
Hey.
Black Party number 8. 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I said, meet me here, you know, a common space. Didn't even know who she was. I got them tickets. I'm like,
hello.
Right.
How you doing?
For real. And I didn't want to be unprofessional because, you know, beautiful people buy my tickets, and, you know, I just can't hawk after everybody pretty buy my tickets, but she caught my eye. I said, you know, I'm going on her. I'm going to know her. You know, funny thing about she bought tickets, and, you know, and I see that I paid attention to her at my party. She looked beautiful, you know. I said, I'm going to get to know her. She didn't give me the time of day. She didn't give me the time of day, you know. And then, you know, I think we saw each other walking one time. I gave her my number. I asked her for how we exchanged numbers. And she said, I texted her multiple times. She said, telling her friends, if this don't stop texting me because he ain't gonna get no action from the true story. I'm like, really? You mean what? You know, she told me later. You know, and then she said, okay, I'm gonna give him opportunity for a date. And you know, when she gave me the opportunity for a date, man, I came with my A game. I came with my A game, man. You know, and you know, I went and got her some nice gifts, you know, things that normal men don't think they have to do, which they should do. You know, and I was raised by a father who spoiled my wife, but she deserved it. You got to deserve what you receive. You know, so, you know, I spoiled her with some nice gifts and stuff like that. And I'm telling you this was almost a deal breaker. I don't like cats. My mama raised us not to like cats.
Yeah, we don't have pets. We don't do pets.
My mama.
I'm from the hilltop. We don't do pets.
But this might sound shallow. I would never, if you could be the finest woman in the world, you have a cat, I'm not dating you. Period. Don't like cats at all. So she had a cat. I'm like, oof. You know, I was trying hard for this woman, you know, and it was a journey. So she had a cat. Is this going to be the deal breaker? But her smile, her personality, her humbleness, you know, it's just like, I'm like, you know, this is class. Because it's hard to find a classy woman out there these days, bro. It's hard. You know, yes, ratchet is taking over. No disrespect.
No,
ratchet is taking over.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
and you know, and it's sad because they think it's cool. Because everybody, so many people accept it. But you know, the funny thing about ratchet and classy women get men. Ratchet women get, I'm not going to say the N-words. I don't know if I can on your camera. And I'm not. But ratchet, you know, they gravitate to the ends. And classy gravitates to the men's.
To the wrong men versus the right.
Right. There we go. Okay. And so she has so much class about her. You know, and I said, you know, I want to get to know her, you know. So, you know, we date. Funny story too. We go on a date, so I'm liking her, so she's coming to me. I can cook. My mama taught me how to cook. So I can cook. People know. So I cooked, you know, her some some dinner and stuff. You know, I'm about to even give a shout out to my boy because I got nothing but mad respect. But me and Jimmy, we playing dominoes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kenya comes over to my house. So me and Jimmy playing dominoes. Yeah, I'm gonna tell this story because I gotta be wide open with my guy. I told him I'm uncut and raw. So Jimmy's like, Junior, come here. You know, came up. You know, he's at my crib. You know, me and Jimmy was really, really close.
Yeah.
And he came up to me. He said, "Do you know who?" She said, "Dave, who?" I said, "No, I never met her." Until I saw the black one. Never even knew who this girl existed. He said, "That's Diago Hunters." Oh, good.
What?
I said, "Huh?" Yeah. Right. Look at your face. Right. I said, "Jimmy, you playing?" He said, "No, bro. That's Diago's Hunters ex-girlfriend." I said, "Man, you gotta be kidding."
That's a homie.
That's a homie. You know, that's a homie. So I was like, hold on, let me go find something out. I went back downstairs. I said, Kenya, did you just go with Dion? Because Jimmy she said, oh, yeah. I said, why'd you never tell me? I didn't think I had to. I'm like, well, Diago.
He's pretty well known.
Yeah, you know, me and Diago cool as ice.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. Before and after. But, you know, he wasn't one of my friends I grew up with. I knew him from Foss. You know, he done great things. He's still doing great things. Right. He wasn't like my best friend like Jesse. So I would have known Jesse's exes, Pooh's exes,
right.
Jimmy's exes. So I wasn't breaking a barrier, but I still didn't know. Right. So that did catch me. You know, I'm like, what? And it's sad that Jimmy Quinn's had to tell me.
Yeah,
you know, but you know, I'm already into it. We have a relationship. There's no going back. But it was, you know, it was a shock, you know. And but her mother, you know, met me. I love her mother and her cousin Clifton. You know, they was my folks, and her mother never met a guy like me. She said, you know, my daughter seems happy, you know, please, you know, do my daughter right, you know. So after meeting her 90 days, I took her on her first trip with you know, her man. You know, I'm like, she'd been married before, but you know, some dudes don't do man things and wonder why they can't keep a woman. You know, so my mama taught me, you got to treat them the best and be the best, and they stay on you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, some women out there, you know, they'll give you your name and conversation and even a meet and greet without even buying you a $5 big box from Popeyes. But that's not how my mama was treated. My dad treated my mother like a queen. Right. So I'm going to treat my woman like a queen. We're going to go on trips. My wife has been on 17 countries in 5 years. Wow. Never left the country with another man. Never went on a resort with another man. And I'm proud to say that. I done taken my wife to more countries than some men have taken their wives to local restaurants. Sorry, just being honest. But I learned that from my dad. Because there's nothing my dad wouldn't do for my mama, because my mama deserved it. So as long as my wife deserves it, she go get it. Yeah, sure. My wife had my debit cards before she was my wife. That's how much I loved her. You know, so that's where her class came from, and her heart came from. You know, and the funny thing about it, got to be real about it, we got different faiths. We did. You know, she was going to church. I was raised in church, but I started going to the King homes. Okay. You know, Jehovah's Witness. Yeah. So she broke up with me. Her pastor, and I told her to cut me off because of my did she was Jehovah's Witness. But she said, you know, my love is too strong. You know, we got back together. You know, so we had a couple timeouts in between our relationship, but you know, right now we 3.5 years strong. We've been together for 6 years, but we had a couple timeouts, you know, and one my fault, her fault, well, her decision, you know, but we strong, you know, we strong, you know, and believe me, we're still growing, you know, and I've learned this from my dad. I've never stopped trying to impress my wife. The way I got her, I'm continuing to do that each and every day. She still gets everything her heart desires if I can give it. And it's one thing I love about her, she didn't ask for anything. Yeah. I don't pay for entertainment or women. That's why I ain't go to strip clubs. I ain't been to a strip club in 20-something years because I don't pay for entertainment. My woman didn't say, I need this, you got to give me this. I did it because I saw my dad do it. You know, so a lot of people these days call that tricking. No, it ain't tricking. It's called taking care of your queen because she's treating me like a king. And it's just like you want your daughters and your mothers to be taken care of by the men. Yeah. So why is it called tricking now when I'm taking care of my woman? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No. You know, because all you're impressing your woman with is the local bar and some Hennessy. Who can't do that for me? That's why you get, you know, I'm sorry to get so deep with it.
No,
you know,
speak
but
on it,
you know, so
it.
you know, that's why my wife, she appreciates me. She loves me. You know, she's like, I would have never experienced nothing like this with nobody I've been with, and no disrespect to her past. But you know, I am going to be the best man you've ever been with if you give me at least 2 to 3 months. I'll outdo any man you ever been.
What do you think he would be if she didn't say yes?
If she didn't say yes to me?
Yeah, at one time, the first time.
If she didn't say yes to me, I'd probably be the Bachelor of the Year being very not good. I'm going to be as wholesome as I possibly can, because a lot of people know who I am. Right. And a lot of people like me for the wrong reasons. Oh, I'm Mr. Concert Girl. I'm Mr. Nightclub. I'm Mr. Promoter. You know, so a lot of women just wanted to kick it with this one. So I could do all of that. But see, I don't want to be a 51-year-old bachelor hopping.
Yeah.
You know, my mama come, you know, hopping. You know, when does that play out? Yeah. I want to come home and know that the person that's coming home when I get off of work love me, want me to be there, happy to see me, rep me even when I'm not around her. And that's what I got. Because if I kept hopping, you know, I saw, what's the point? And I saw stability in my home. My dad died happy with my mother. Yes. And my dad died 41 years ago. My mom just passed last year. My mom was 40 years without another man, without another date, and she's buried next to my dad. That's real love. It's real, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, and I just want fellas to know, you know, it's not cool to impress your friends and homies. Your woman should come before your homies. Because you don't go home to sleep with your man. No. You don't, those ain't the guys you wake up to. Those ain't your happy makers. Put your woman above that. And even as a wife, because I'm spiritual, God says your wife come next after him. Before your mama, your daddy, even to your kids. A lot of people are like, oh no. You know, and as close as I am to my mama, my wife is next after my Heavenly Father. Because he says so. And I don't shortchange my mother on love. It's just in my priority list, it was my God, my wife, and my mom. But I love them so much the same. But I know the ranking, because God said this is how we do it. We can't, you know, God didn't erase the Bible and coordinate it for us. He didn't fixate it for us. So this is what he's saying. We don't listen to everything. We don't do everything right. Trust me, I'm not perfect. But I do know that, you know, she comes before anybody other than him.
So, man, this has been a good conversation, man. You got deep. I didn't even have to have any questions. This is easy. This is probably the easiest one I've done.
Bro, you know, I appreciate that, bro.
Facts, man. You just let it go.
Yeah.
So, what's next? What's next for ICON Ent?
Oh, man, let me tell you.
Let's go.
Look out, y'all. Look out. Let me tell you. ICON Entertainment. I wasn't going to do it. People asked me to do this, and, you know, just a memory of my mother. And to let everybody know that I still love the city and I'm relevant and I'm not going to, you know, just stay depressed all my life. We are doing another black party.
Let's go. Let's go.
ICON Entertainment and the goodie bag. My boy Lenard Jones. We are doing ICON Entertainment goodie bag all black party 14 in October. Be waiting for the dates. We're going to make this so big. Not only we're going to have a DJ, we're going to have the goodie bag, who's the baddest band I know. You're going to have a band, a DJ, cook, everything. Top notch. We want to make sure this COVID stuff die down, because I don't want nobody to get no illnesses because of ICON. Yeah. That's why we lay low too also. But yes, that's coming. And another thing, next year, ICON Entertainment Caribbean Cruise #6 that got shut down because of COVID, we're doing it again. Tara's getting all the logistics ready now. We're going to be booking in the next couple of weeks. That cruise, y'all, stop faking. Listen, stop.
We'll be on that cruise.
Stop cheating yourself. Treat yourself. This cruise is amazing. So ICON, we coming back. And last but not least, we're planning this in January 2022. The Old School Hip Hop Volume 2. EPMD, Naughty by Nature, and KRS-One.
Yeah.
We coming.
Yeah.
There's no dying.
Big time, you guys.
There's no dying. So, I gotta, like I said, I'm still going through some emotions, and I'm never gonna stop. But I know my mom saw what I've been doing, and she loved it. So I'm gonna bring it back to the city. Tara's gonna bring it back to the city. We're gonna bring it back to the city. The ICON goodie bag, we're about to rock this city. Watch out.
There it is, y'all. Spoken from the mayor himself. Let y'all know we still working. He's still working.
Absolutely.
And how can they get a hold of you? Anybody want to talk?
Okay, shoot. First of all, my number's been on 10,000 flyers. My number, I think I got a card for like a long time ago. And I got another card for you. I'm gonna get you. But you can get a hold of me. I'm a people's person. If you don't want to hit me on my messenger, you can call me, leave me a message. Just don't show no disrespect. Yes. My number's out there, but you can email me, iconpromoter@AOL. Yes, I'm still sticking with AOL because that's what got me to where I am now. My wife be getting on my case because I ain't Gmail and Yahoo. No, I'm iconpromoter@AOL.com for life. My number's 253-985-5374. Holla at your boy. Yes. If you want me to do something for you, I DJ, I promote. You want me to help you with some of your events because a lot of people get to know from my page also. But I'm gonna rock with my guy David Hayes. And listen, I want my man to blow up as big as he's gonna be. Thank God, I'm blessed that he's gonna be at my black party doing it the most with me. I'm so grateful to have this interview. I've never done an interview, and I'm glad to start it with one of my homies first. So I appreciate that. Get a hold of me. ICON Entertainment, Junior Thomas, Tara Lofton for life. Without her, there will be no me. Without me, there will be no her. If she wants to quit ICON today, I quit. If I wanted to quit ICON today, she quits. We rock like that. We tied it to Garthbrook jeans.
Yeah, like he said, you guys, if you guys need any information about ICON, anything they're getting into, if you can't find his information, you guys can hit me up.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be at the next all black party. I'm going to be doing a circle talk. I'm going to be having conversations. And we just figured that out just now.
Just now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Before we came on live. So it's going down. We're going to be tag teaming, making it happen. So I expect it.
And I got one more thing. You can hit me on my Twitter. Not my Twitter, excuse me. My Instagram is Willie Thomas Jr. or my Snapchat is Junior Thomas 253.
Yes.
You can hit me up on those sites too. And we're looking forward. We're gonna bring Tacoma back where it belongs. Just have some good grown-up fun. If you're looking for anything other than grown-up, don't come to our events because we don't have it. I'm just being honest.
So real quick, man, I just want to say thank you so much for coming and spending a little bit of time with me. Thank you for your wife allowing you to be here and share your guys' good stories. I mean, it's all good to hear. I know Mom and Dad is definitely smiling down right now. I appreciate that. I'm really proud of you for continuing to be a stand-up man and
yes.
live for the people.
Yes, absolutely. I love Tacoma, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so Tacoma.
Me too, bro.
I'm so
all day.
Tacoma.
All day.
51 years.
I gotta ask this before I get off. I gotta ask this. Where did the Buffalo Bills come from?
Good. Glad you asked.
Where did that come from?
Okay.
I got to ask, man.
Okay, I'm about to be real.
Because I'm a Hawk for life.
Okay,
you know what? This is me. I was born here.
You know what? I give shout outs to the real Hawks for life. Because I really feel like Seahawks, there was a lot of people that jumped the bandwagon, but you was a true Hawk.
I was born in Seattle in 1977.
But you know what though?
I've been a Hawk since 77.
Okay. Period. Funny thing you said 77. Because in 1977, I was sitting on my dad's lap and I was watching this dude run through the airport named O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
And watching the Buffalo Bill games. Okay. And I told my dad, sitting on his lap, because my dad is a Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Yeah.
I told my dad, whoever team that he played for, Dad, that's my team for life. He said, that's a Buffalo Bill. I watched some of the games. Been Buffalo Bills for life.
That's good. I never knew that.
That's the truth. In 1977, I became a Yankees fan because I saw Reggie Jackson hit those 3 home runs in the World Series sitting with my dad.
Wow.
And so that's what I became a Yankee fan.
Nice.
And I just started loving New York teams. And the Knicks, they won their championship the year I was born too. So I was born into that. So that's why. And
she laughing at you over there.
And one more thing too, I just gotta say, man, I just didn't feel like Seattle organizations gave enough love and money and contracts to my peers. You know, I thought they were shortchanging them, and a lot of my my peers and African Americans, they have to go get those big paychecks in different organizations.
Yeah.
I don't think that they did us right. You know, I think Warren Moon was one of the best quarterbacks ever, and he didn't get the money he deserved. Sean Kemp was the Sonics, him and Payton, but Sean Kemp was the 5th highest player for the Sonics, and he had to go get $100 million from the Washington Bullets.
Yeah.
You know, so why, if we have these teams with these great players, why they got to go elsewhere to get paid? We got the richest men, the Bill Gates, and what was the owner? Paul Allen. We have the richest men in the world in our state, and you're shortchanging my folks. So I don't like you for those reasons too. So it's no disrespect. I rep where I'm from, but I do my folks right, and so they don't gotta go elsewhere.
That's good.
Because look, we had Ken Griffey, A-Rod, and the big unit all on the same team,
and we couldn't
help me out here. And then they had to go elsewhere. Griffey had to go back to Cleveland to get paid. A-Rod had to go elsewhere to get paid.
Everywhere.
So, Texas, right?
Yankees.
So Yankees. So why aren't you doing our athletes right? I got no respect for them.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good point.
There it is.
That's a good point.
People wanted to know.
I'm glad I needed to know.
There it is.
Because I'm like Buffalo Bills.
Right, yeah. For life, my brother. Buffalo Bills for life. Yeah. and like I said, man, Buffalo ain't never won a championship, and I still.
They got a good team now. We got a team now. You guys got a team.
We got some things. Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what y'all do.
Right. We ready. We ready. We ready.
Well, guys, it's been a good circle talk, guys. We got a lot out. We could talk for hours.
Day, for real.
We ain't even got into the whole domino talk.
No.
I run this guy. I run this guy in the domino.
I ain't even mad. We gonna play some hands up so I can know the computer ain't helping him. But this man got mad skills on fly flops. I gotta give him that.
I love this dude. I appreciate everything that he's about. And if anybody has anything to say about him, they come and talk to me.
Man, I appreciate that.
Amazing guy.
You're an amazing man. I love what you do. I love who you are, man. And man, you are amazing to me. And I appreciate you, and I'm blessed to have you as a friend. Yes, if you ever need me for anything to take anything to a different level, bro, free of charge.
We got
nothing but love.
We got it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it for the town. That's what it's about.
Exactly. Tag for life.
So on this note, we're gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Like I said, shout out to iShotcha.com. Make sure you guys hit my guy up for the pictures. Watch out for all the events that we're doing. Obviously, we're going to be at Juneteenth next week. So if you guys are in the area, make sure you guys check us out. I'm going to go live. So y'all watch out for that. We're going to go live and have some conversations with people and talk about what Juneteenth means to them next week. Watch out for that next Saturday. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. We're going to talk to you guys later.
All right. Peace out, y'all.